Hey, and it's the live music showcase on this here NPR station. Actually, this is Community Radio, WMNF 88.5 in Tampa, Florida. And you're about to hear a show called the Live Music Showcase. I'm Bill Dudley. I'll be your host for the next 55. On our show today, Banjo Steve.
Yeah, I'm here. How you guys doing?
Steve, we're happy to have you here on the show today.
Blessed. Thank you. So happy to be here.
Why don't you start us off with a song and tell us what it's going to be?
All right, this song's called Bluegrass Reggae. I'm real interested in like mixing genres and pushing the things of what the banjo typically does.
How are you going to play if you're holding your head down?
Oh, I'm gonna put the headphones down. I just want to make sure I can hear you.
Yeah, okay.
So, all right, this is Bluegrass Reggae.
Well, I know not what I say, but when those words come out so smooth, we're sitting here on the beach just trying to think of something new. And a bluegrass reggae something that you ain't never get to hear. And I know I done invented it a few months ago this year. Passes not slowly as the day comes to an end. Banjo Steve made about 100 new best friends. Cause the bluegrass reggae something that you ain't never get to hear. Cause I know I done invented it a few months ago this year. Yeah, but can that boy play the banjo? Well, time passes not slowly as the day comes to an end. Banjo Steve made about 1 million new best friends. Cause the bluegrass reggae something that you ain't never get to hear. Cause I know I done invented it a few months ago this year. Let that boy play the banjo!
Hey, that's some fancy banjo playing there, mister.
My great grandfather was a train jumping, traveling banjo man.
Really?
And kind of traveled all over Indiana trying to find a place. You know, it's not easy being a banjo man in the guitar world.
Yeah, well, I know there's a lot more guitars than there are banjos, but of course in some worlds, the bluegrass world and the old-time music world, banjos are plentiful.
Yeah, well, the thing is I also kind of look at the instrument a lot like a Middle Eastern instrument too.
Uh-huh.
And the next piece that I'm going to do is called See-Through Walls, and I recently did a video for it about alligator dreams, like recurring dreams about alligators. So it's kind of like an abstract piece, but I'm really influenced by a lot of the Middle Eastern sounds, and the banjo actually really caters to that.
Well, before you do that, let me just tell them this is the Live Music Showcase here on WMNF. And you can watch us live, see Banjo Steve live. He's our guest today on the show. You can see him live on Facebook because we are streaming on Facebook at LMSWMNF. That's how you find us on Facebook. And then tomorrow morning the show will be on our YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and search for WMNF Live Music Showcase, and you'll get there. So what's the name of this?
This is called See-Through Walls.
Yeah, definitely a Middle Eastern sound going on there.
I've done a lot of traveling. I met a lot of really interesting people, and I met this Moroccan guy who was over here from the Middle East. Beautiful person, came from beautiful people, and I got a chance to one night play music with him till 3, 4 in the morning. I'm like, "What's that scale? What's that scale?" And
Yeah,
he's
the
like,
scale is the
yeah.
thing,
So he taught me those, and I taught him the blues.
yeah. That was a fair trade.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, folks, Banjo Steve is our guest on the live music show today. You can check him out on Facebook. He spells it Banjoe Steve, Banjo Steve, and he's got his Facebook presence, and you said Instagram too, all right?
Yeah, I just got that going because everyone kept going, "I don't use Facebook anymore. I use Instagram."
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, another another thing I got to monitor.
Yeah,
But-
just another thing.
Yeah, I mean it's a cool invention and all, but sometimes it's kind of
Yeah.
time invading, you know.
Yeah, right. Our show is being mixed up today, audio by Mark Perfetti on the controls. Today he's assisted by Dr. Richard Stone and John Francis Banker. John is also in the control room, making sure the show gets on the air okay. On cameras today, we got Bob Hoke, our video director. And on cameras, we got Sean Breen and Marcy Connors and Tom Connors. Marcy Connors does double duty. She is also our makeup coordinator. Otherwise, you would probably see the entire studio reflected in my forehead if it wasn't for Marcy Connors. She's really great.
Lights are important.
Yeah. You can watch our show on Facebook, LMS WMNF, and later on tomorrow morning on YouTube, and as well as like 5 or 6 years of old radio shows going way back. So Banjo Steve, how did you get started doing what you do?
It's kind of funny.
Did you start at a young age?
I've always been interested in instruments. Being a very dyslexic person and having to take classes and things for that, music was like the thing that kept me super positive. And as a kid, I sort of gravitated towards that. And I play like 18 different instruments. I love music. I love meeting people and playing, and I think it's such an important language that we have that we can use to share and hopefully use as ways to help create peace and togetherness, which is sort of the next song that I'm going to play. I was recently in Portugal, and I was meeting all these wonderful people. It was great.
You travel a lot?
As much as I can. I'll be in England in May for the whole month. I'm setting up shows. Anyone else out there who's like wants a network get together? But basically studios, bars, playing in the street, just getting around, planting seeds. I like to get out there. That's what I did in Portugal. And someone said, "Hey, can you play Creep by Radiohead?" And I was like, "I don't know, maybe, I guess so." So I started thinking about it, and I'm in a restaurant, and I'm playing lightly, and everyone started singing this song with me.
In Portugal.
So, yeah, in Portugal. So I was like, well, maybe I should work on it and learn the lyrics.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting in a park there, and all of a sudden, everyone around, I'm talking 40, 50 people are singing, but it's all different accents. You hear German accents, Portuguese, Hungarian.
But they're singing the English
They,
words.
they all were singing, but you could hear the accents. There was
Yeah.
a French accent that was very distinguished in it. But this song, I was like, wow, what a universal thing that we can all like relate to. So I later recorded it, and a lot of people have been checking it out on Facebook and YouTube. And now I have a band version of it too.
All right.
So I'm kind of hyper creative.
Yeah. So are you going to do that for us today?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it right now.
Okay,
Unless there's a segue or something.
All right.
No?
Banjo Steve on the Live Music
Banjo Steve.
Showcase.
All right, thanks. Would you hear before? Couldn't look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You float like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so very special.
creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't care if it hurts. I wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. I want you to notice when I'm not around. You're so very special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. She's running out again. She's running out. She runs, 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 whatever makes you happy, whatever you want. You're so very special. Wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't belong here.
Hey, good job. Banjo Mike. He's our guest on today's show.
Banjo Mike.
Banjo Mike. Did I say Banjo Mike? I
Banjo
mean Banjo
Steve.
Steve. I'm sorry,
There's no
Steve.
BS in Banjo Steve. Did you
Yeah,
know that?
you're right. You're right. Banjo Steve on our show today. It's Banjoe, by the way. Steve.
Like a real man.
Yeah, that's how he spells it. Yeah, sorry about that. I was working with some people named Mike the other night,
Oh,
so
it's funny.
had Mike on
People
the
love
break.
that. I've been doing so many interesting things. Like I was supposed to go to Africa, but then I jumped on this country rap hip hop tour with Struggle
Hip hop?
with Struggle Jennings and Tom McDonald, and what a blast I had going around playing country banjo and like people getting all excited, coming up, man, oh man, Banjo Steve, and screaming, woo, and all that like fantastic stuff, but coming to and like playing on rap beats. And I do that with a group called Around the Bonfire and another group called Us and Them.
Around the Bonfire is a good name for a band.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it wasn't copywritten already. We actually got an album that's going to drop soon, and we have a major announcement that in a few. I won't, there's just something we were looking to announce when everything's all lined up and we're ready to announce. But it looks real promising, and we're all real excited about what's going on. But I do that, and I got a rock band too.
Yeah, rock
So-
banjo.
Yeah, I do. I like to go through a wah pedal. I do a little Hendrix. I write a lot of stuff, but then I got a few covers I throw in there, and
So you got a nice banjo that has lights inside of it, kind of.
custom banjo,
Yeah.
Steve banjo.
Yeah.
Well, I had nobody to teach me banjo, but me in the world. So like I'm from Florida, so I like. Sometimes I go up north and I'll be jamming with like bluegrass players, and I can hang with them and I can throw down blues riffs and all that kind of thing, but I can't tell if we're doing a cover or like coming around a mountain like a classic tune. I mean, I love it. I just, so my approach to banjo has always been very different to doing it, because I was like, well, I didn't really have any rule book to go by. I was just like, well, what can I do with it?
Mm-hmm.
So
now it's banjo's usually tuned to a chord, right?
Yeah, it's
G.
Yeah, this is yeah, exactly.
So you have to work within the limitations of that.
Well, I do a lot of alternate tuning stuff. When I do the world music, I actually tune it down so I have a droning note like a sitar.
Oh yeah.
And I'll do like a sitar style pieces.
Well, I know you also brought a couple of guitars with you, and a ukulele, and you've got an 8-stringed instrument, which sort of might be called a bouzouki. I don't know.
When I pronounce it incorrectly, it's attempting to say what you just said, but yeah. Actually, I was thinking about maybe playing that one next.
Go ahead, yeah.
I got a song I've been wanting to premiere. It's called Understand, and it's one of those tunes that I put up there because I know everyone's feeling a lot of pain, and there's a lot of people not getting along and all that. And I think it's a real shame and all that. And I really hope moving here in 2020 like we can learn to understand each other a little better. Not so much go, you need to be like me or you need to be like this or whatever. Understanding. So that's the name of the song. Let me
So
swap instruments.
While he's swapping over there, folks, I'll tell you that this is the live music showcase from WMNF Community Radio in Tampa. You can listen to the show anytime on the archive at WMNF.org. While you're at WMNF.org, you might want to consider putting some cash in the old tip jar. We're having our fundraiser coming up in about 3 weeks. Get the jump on the marathon by giving us a contribution before it happens, and then you can just kind of sit back and listen to the craziness, and you won't have to do anything. So check that out, WMNF.org and the tip jar. You can call us with comments or whatever. Our DJ line in the control room is 813-239-9663. That's our request line. And you can also send us an email at dj@wmnf.org. But check it out at wmnf.org. A lot of good stuff on the website. So you got your what now? You call that a bouzouki?
I call it a bouzouki.
A bouzouki?
I know that ain't right, but I
bouzouki?
Once I program it wrong in my brain, that's just sort of what it is.
We're not going to worry
tomato, bouzouki, bazooka.
Music is the same.
Yeah. So this song's called Understand. I took a walk, as I often do, to see how the planets were aligned. I'm not sure what the placement of Mars meant, but you gotta pick yourself up by the straps and give another try. An open road that clears the mind. Break the cycle, looking for the sign. You gotta move on if you wanna get ahead. And remember what I said. We all need love and understanding. I really need you to understand. Life can be frustrating, but you gotta pick yourself up by the straps and give another try. If you're down, go to a concert and scream and
dance around. We all need to be forgiven, and I know one way how. You gotta give love and understanding. I really need you to understand. Life can be frustrating, but you gotta pick yourself up by the straps, give another try. And if you can, then lend a helping hand. Like supporting WMNF 88.5.
That's Banjo Steve. He's our guest on WMNF Live Music Showcase today. We're happy to have him with us, singing about peace, love, and understanding, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I know that probably hits your demographic pretty good.
Yeah, well, no, he picked up his guitar, and I see that
yeah.
It says 13 on. What's a 13?
Oh,
Long story.
lots of things. It's weird. That number's lined up with so many things. But I placed it there after I opened up for Cypress Hill with my group Fall on Purpose. And we're playing...
Another good group name.
Yeah, we're opening for Black Flag over Black Flag Fest. It's Black Flag, Line Cutters, Pigpen, whole bunch of other bands. It's going on January 24th at Ferg's. And
where is that?
Ferg's, in St. Pete, 1320 Central Avenue, 33701.
Okay,
Hire
good.
me
Okay.
for voiceovers.
And what's the date on that again?
That is January 24th.
Okay, so it's like a little festival they're having there?
Yeah, it's a bunch of punk rock bands. We got 10 punk rock bands on it. I shared it on the WMNF page. I'll probably share it again before...
So you're going to slide right in there, huh? Punk rock?
Oh, yeah. Actually, you know what? I know what song I'm going to play next then. I'm going to change what I was going to do because it's a good segue.
Okay.
This song's called I Want to Be a Punk Rocker. We good?
Yeah.
All right. I want to be a punk rocker. I want to play 3 chords. I want to rebel, but my dad drives a Porsche. I want to be angry and not conform. So I went to Hot Topic, spent $100, now I don't conform. Wanna be a punk rocker, go to punk rock shows. I spin out all control like nobody knows. It's all about fashion, it's all about clothes. It's all about selling shoes in the Vans Warped Tour. I've got a bass, won't learn how to play. Mom said she'd give me lessons, but I said no way. I seen my neighbor, I flicked her off, and if she asks why, I'll reply, I am punk rock. Wanna be punk rock, got a punk rock show. I spin out old troll like nobody knows. It's all about fashion, it's all about clothes. It's all about selling shoes in Advance Warped Tour. I wanna be popular, sell Oxy Stradix pads, and grow a mohawk and piss off my dad. He's gonna be real mad, he might even ground me. But if he does, I'll take my Xbox and throw it through the plasma screen TV in my room with surround sound by my waterbed with the foot massager. That little neck thing you can put on there kind of works it out. Punk, 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 rock, 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 punk, 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 rock, 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 punk, 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 rock, 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 punk, 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 rock, 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 punk, 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 rock, 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 punk, 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 rock, and nobody knows.
Excellent song.
Yeah.
Banjo Steve.
I got in some debate with some dude. He's like,
Picking and singing on our show today.
yeah. It's funny how that song was birthed, but this guy he had some battle about how he was more punk rock than other people and all this stupid stuff. And I'm like, dude, are you serious? And like, it's funny when I have moments like that just sit in my brain. So I just started thinking how I could rip on this dude. And yeah, that's how it all comes together sometimes.
Why not?
The next.
Do you write a lot of songs?
Oh yeah, I got about 230 compositions.
Yeah.
About 120 recordings.
How long have you been Banjo Steve? I mean, doing your stick as Banjo
4
Steve.
generations, man.
Yeah,
Great grandfather was a traveling banjo man.
that's right. You mentioned that.
He took over. I didn't know how to play the banjo. I picked it up and I could play the banjo. Explain that.
It was in your genes.
That's what I'm saying. I've always thought, I was like, wow, what a unique blessing. And then behind that, you know, all this wonderful family support, and my grandmother was a musician, my mom was a singer, and my dad had good rhythm because we come from a Polish family, and I was sort of just some weird cosmic mix of me, and as I travel, I write, and, you know, so
you're living the life.
living the life.
Yeah.
The next song I'm going to play is called Nighttime, Nite. I like to spell it that way. So everything I have has Nite as Nite. But this song is called Nighttime. And I really kind of birthed it in New Zealand when I was there. I was going around hanging with all the people. I took this whole course, like learning how to be, like, introduce yourself to the tribe and, you know, the ceremony and all that
Maoris?
stuff. Huh?
The Maoris?
Yeah. So while I was there, I got a chance to play a bunch of music, and I finished composing this song, which I perform it with a couple different groups. But it's called Nighttime. There's actually a cool video of, like, the first night I went and played at this one bar, and I met these, like, Australian people, and this Australian guy comes up. He's like, "Oh, mate, that was fantastic," you know, and he's all, like, enthusiastic, and he was awesome. So he looks at me, and we're talking. He's telling me about his guitar, and he goes, "I'm a knife maker." And I go, and he pulls out his phone. He starts showing me pictures of knives.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "That's
Why
not
not?
a knife." He goes, "It is too, a knife. It's my knife. I made that knife." And I kept going, "Well, that's not a knife." They, I guess, didn't know who Paul Hogan was. I thought everyone, because I thought they had, like, a whole holiday off, like they take the week off of work and stuff, you know. So, but Paul Hogan needs to step up on this Australian thing. I'm calling you out, Paul. Make it happen.
All right.
All we need you to do is come over here and get people excited, and we'll help out, because that Australia thing is horrible. That's a bad segue to the song.
All right. Nighttime.
Back to New Zealand. Anyways, beautiful people. My time's always been nighttime. That's when I go walking out through the world. And sometimes I don't see daylight, only the street lights, one yellow glow. And I'm walking out loud, talking to keep the creeps from stalking. I'm out of my mind. Now, nighttime. And sometimes I don't see daylight, only the moonlight's jack-o'-lantern glow. And I'm screaming to keep away these demons who keep on seeming to haunt my way. Nighttime.
and I can hear the way they talk. Trouble's here, it's crystal clear. 'Cause my time is night time. That's when I go walking. Now, 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 time. That's when I go walking.
Oh, yeah, that's a strange one. Banjo Steve, our guest on today's live music showcase. I enjoyed that.
Yeah,
What was the inspiration for that? Besides walking at night.
walking at night.
Okay.
I'm a bit of an insomniac. 12 o'clock hits, boom, wide awake like a bat,
Yeah.
all over the place. Just going. I usually go for walks till 1, 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
So yeah, doing that, and then actually I wrote the riff in Orlando many years ago, walking through the streets like it was vacant. It was probably 3 or 4 in the morning. We'd played a gig somewhere, and I was just walking. I was listening to the sound bounce off the walls, and I was just like singing and chanting, and I kind of go a couple different ways with it. So I got a group called MB Band that also backs me, and also the No BS Band. There's 2 different groups. There's some really cool music to check out. MB and in band like your band from here.
So you can find you on Banjo Steve on Facebook if you spell it Banjoe Steve, Banjo
Yeah,
Steve.
There's no BS in Banjo Steve.
Right, and so check that out on Facebook and Instagram, and also you got a bunch of videos on. You got a bunch of YouTubes out there.
Yeah. The Matthew Bistock YouTube, Matthew Bistock Productions YouTube has all of my videos on it, plus Euclid Buffalo's new videos are on that. And then there's assortment of other bands, plus there's a short film that they did called Banjo Steve, World's Greatest Banjo Player. And it was nominated in the 48-Hour Film Fest. And so, yeah, check that out. It's actually going to be turned into a full-length movie. And we've been shooting and writing additional scenes. So that's going to come out as a full-length probably in about 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got some new footage that we added. I got to perform Creep in front of The Alarm in Modern English, and then I got to sing I'll Stop the World and Melt with You at the closing of this show.
So when can folks hear you? What's
The
upcoming?
next show that Banjo Steve's doing is going to be the Fergs show
Okay, you talked
with
about
Black
that.
Flag. I'm going to be playing a banjo set earlier at 4 o'clock,
Solo set.
a solo set, and then I'll be playing with Fall on Purpose to close out the show before the Line Cutters and Black Flag plays.
Okay.
So
Yeah, and once again, that's going to be at the
the Fergs, downtown St. Pete.
Fergs. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's right across the room of the stadium.
Hey, let me do the credits real quick here one more time. Mark Perfetti's mixing it up here on the Live Music Showcase today, assisted by Dr. Richard Stone and John Francis Bankers in the control room, making sure we get the show on the air. Our video presence, you can watch us streaming live here on Facebook. LMS WMNF is how you get there on Facebook. We've got Marcy and Tom Connors on the cameras, and also Sean Breen on camera here, and Bob Hoke is the directorial person here today. If you like what you hear today, support live music on WMNF, WMNF.org. Check out the tip jar. It's all tax deductible, folks. And Banjo Steve has been playing his banjo, his guitar, his bazooka, whatever else.
I do. I also play sitar too, but I was afraid y'all were gonna freak out if I came in with that too. And then,
Oh no, we don't freak out at that.
yeah,
Oh, we got sitars on here all the
yeah.
time.
Actually, the truth of the matter
Just
is I
kidding.
got one of the frets is messed up on it, so it's.
Would we be
sitting
able?
down. I don't know any sitar repair people. Do you guys know any sitar repair.
Jeez, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I have weird conversations with people, and then sometimes I don't think what I say before I walk up. I'm like, all right, here, this is gonna sound out of place.
What's the name of this
So I
one?
want to play. This song is called Simbiology, and it's like biology, but it's like symbolism biology. But usually I get like the people to respond back and forth to me, so this would be weird. But you ain't gotta watch Kenny Powers if you wanna be with me, but if you do, you might enjoy it, and I might rub your feet. Yeah, I know we're getting older and time's moving fast, but if we don't tap these brakes, we're gonna crash, and we can slow it down. It's going too fast and we can speed it up. Just hit the gas, yeah, we can slow it down. It's going too fast, cause if we don't tap these brakes, we're gonna crash. Well, my life is really hectic, but what can you do? I was feeling incomplete till I met you. I don't mean to be so distant, it's just my way. I'm a need a thesaurus, I'm out of words to say, but we can slow it down. It's going too fast and we can speed it up. Just hit the gas, yeah, we can slow it down. It's going too fast, cause if we don't tap these brakes, we're gonna crash. You ain't gotta watch Monty Python if you wanna be with me, but if you do, you might enjoy it, and I'll act out a scene. We are the knights who say, "Nee." She turned me into a newt. I got better. Supreme executive power drives from a mandate of the masses. I mean, if I went around saying I was an emperor, because some worry talked to a sword at me, they'd put me away. Well, I know we're getting older and time's moving fast, but if we don't tap these brakes, we're gonna crash, and we can slow it down. It's going too fast and we can speed it up. Just hit the gas, yeah, we can slow it down. If it's going too fast, cause if we don't tap these brakes, we're gonna crash. That one's fun because if I get a Monty Python crowd,
We all know.
go
We all
back
know
and
how that
forth.
goes.
All you gotta do is you feed me lines, you can get me dancing like a monkey. I'll just keep just going.
Shrubbery, yeah.
Oh yeah, you must bring us a shrubbery. Yeah,
I've known several people that became that movie.
I always wanted.
I used to have a girlfriend, and she could recite the whole thing, and whatever you said would remind her of a line from the Holy Grail.
Oh, I have that. If someone says I'm 37, I go 37. I'm not old. Well, I can't just call you Dennis. Well, you know you're called this. You didn't bother to find out, now did you? Well, I am king. Oh, king, eh? Very nice. How'd you become king? By exploiting the workers, by holding on to the imperialistic dogma that separates our class system. Well, where you go bringing class into it again? But that's what it's all about. So yeah.
Now we see the violence inherent in
Oh, don't do it to me.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Help, I'm
Hey,
being
folks,
repressed.
Banjo Steve is our guest on today's live music showcase from WMNF. I'm Bill Dudley. This is a show that happens every Friday afternoon at 2:06, and we're happy to be here with you playing live music with Banjo Steve.
So this is I'm gonna do an MB band song here. We're in an interesting time. This song is called "Crazy World," which also seems appropriate right now too. You know, we're all kind of obsessed with our phones, and we're like glued
No,
to
really?
them like never before. It's you know, I don't know what to do. I don't know. You guys feel probably the same way. It's like, all right, well, I need to turn this off here, and you're getting blasted, and you know, dare you make a good point about something online, and then the troll's like, you're an idiot, and it's like, oh, then you just waste your time trying to respond, and then it's like, you're stupid, and it's like, oh, okay. So I don't even respond. I love them when people try to troll me because, you know, whatever. I'm the greatest banjo in the world.
Well, you know, if you weren't doing something, you wouldn't get trolled in the first place.
Oh yeah. It's fun, but online, I mean, there's the weird pros and cons. I mean, everyone can listen to this show because there's smartphones if they don't have access to a radio. So I mean, there's a lot of cool aspects to it. But anyways, that song is sort of like it's that. All right, create this song called "Crazy World."
crazy world. Got me some Baptist degeneracy. I never thought I would ever see a Donald J. Trump presidency. Facebook hashtag, I wanna read about it, like, share, subscribe. Emote a comment on it, I post, you brag. I think the world is trolling me. What's going on in this universe? Things are ducked up, it makes me wanna curse. Wish I could hide from politics. All of the fighting's making me sick. Facebook hashtag, I wanna read about it, like, share, subscribe. Emote a comment on it, I post, you brag. I think the world is trolling me. What's going on in this world today? Things are changing, they're always gonna change. I'm not surprised, but it's sad to see kids in a museum staring at a screen. Facebook hashtag, I wanna read about it, like, share, subscribe. Emote a comment on it, I post, you brag. I think the world is trolling me.
Yeah, Banjo Steve. He's our guest on today's live music showcase here from WMNF Community Radio in Tampa. And we're happy to have him on the air today. Oh, he's picking up his little 4-string guy there.
Ukulele.
Yeah. So are there recordings people can get of you doing your thing here?
Yeah, there's a Banjo Steve Reverb Nation page. It's got some songs on it. I got an album almost done with.
Okay.
And so I've been releasing certain things, and then, of course, the YouTube is pretty much become like one of the
bunch of videos of you doing.
Yeah. We're gonna add another one, the Kenny Powers song, which I can't play here on the radio show. This song's called Mind Reader. I ain't no mind reader, I'm no psychic dear. If you try and tell me something, you need to make it clear. Cause I ain't no mind reader, I'm no psychic dear. If you try and tell me something, you need to make it clear. Early in the morning, she starts chirping, talking about the yard word, baby, I'm sleeping in. Girl, can't you hold on, maybe sleep tonight. She leaves the room upset, ignores me night. But I ain't no mind reader, I'm no psychic dear. If you try to tell me something, you need to make it clear. Up in the playoffs, she starts vacuuming. Baby, can you hold on? Take a step to the right. She leaves the room upset, ignores me all night. But I ain't no mind reader, I'm no psychic dear. If you try and tell me something, make it crystal clear. Cause I ain't no mind reader, I'm no psychic dear. If you try and tell me something, make it crystal clear.
Yeah, ukulele there from Banjo Steve. You can find him on Facebook and other places like that. He's got some videos out there. And he's our guest today on the Live Music Showcase from WMNF in Tampa. We're happy to have him here.
All right.
He's going to pick up that lit up banjo.
So, check this real
It's
quick.
important. It's important to tune all these banjos and
Yeah.
things like that.
They tell me they're going to give me a recording of this so I can share it out with all you guys out there. The Reverb Nation page is pretty cool. I appreciate that. If you guys hit subscribe on the YouTube, of course, we really appreciate that.
Yeah, and you can check this show out tomorrow morning on WMNF's YouTube channel also.
Definitely do that.
Yeah, just go to YouTube, search for WMNF Live Music Showcase. We stream it live on Facebook, and it usually hangs around a little bit after that, after the show on Facebook also. But that's go to Facebook and type in LMS WMNF. You'll get there.
All right. This is Mother. Mother, tell your children not to walk my way. Tell your children not to hear my words, what they mean, what they say. Mother, Mother, can you keep them in the dark for life? Can you hide them from the waiting world? Oh, Mother. Father, I'm gonna take your daughter out tonight. Gonna show her my world. Oh, Father, I'm not about to see a light. And if you wanna find here with me, I can show you what it's like till I'm bleeding. Not about to see your light. And if you wanna find here with me, I can show you what it's like. Mother, tell your children not to hear my words. Tell your children not to hear my words, what they mean, what they say. Mother, Father, do you wanna bang heads with me? Do you wanna feel everything? Oh, Father, not about to see the light. Not about to see a light. And if you wanna find him with me, I can show you what it's like till I'm bleeding. Not about to see a light. And if you wanna find him with me, I can show you what it's like. Not about to see a light. And if you wanna find him with me, I can show you what it's like till I'm bleeding. Not about to see a light. And if you wanna find him with me, I can show you what it's like.
Banjo Steve, our guest on today's show. Where'd that song come from?
That's Danzig on banjo.
Oh, okay.
It's been one of those tunes I've been wanting to kind of throw out there. So today was cool. I got to play a few things I hadn't played before.
Yeah.
We got one song that's my most popular in our circle, which is "My Sister Lives in a Trailer in Pinellas Park."
That's the name of the song?
That's the name of the song.
You can do that for us?
By Fall on Purpose, yeah. I got a little intro.
Okay,
My sister lives in a trailer in Pinellas Park. My sister lives in a trailer in Pinellas Park.
pretty darn good to me. There's beer cans in the front yard, Daddy lied. Car racing stickers everywhere. Go Dale! Rebel flags that fly. Yee-haw! Lots of old lawn chairs. I keep searching for some reason to this bother me at all. I think to get my answer, I'll give Montel Williams a call. Oh, I like that Steve Wilkes guy because he'll get in your face and be like, how could you leave your baby in the car while you're doing a radio show at WMNF? What kind of pill-popping white trash are you? And he'll say, my sister lives in a trailer in Pinellas Park. She lives in a trailer park in Pinellas Park. Just 2 blocks from Walgreens by the Dairy Queen. I smell tater tots cooking. They smell pretty damn good. Smell pretty damn good. Smell pretty damn good. Smell pretty darn good.
Banjo Steve, we've got about 30 seconds. Thanks for being on the show today. You want to launch into something else
Yeah,
for
I'll
a
throw
few?
a little blues on it.